Tonight, we are streaming Overwatch. Champlain Varsity is facing off as the away team against the Golden Gaels, currently hosting the lobby. And we are very excited to be here for this match tonight. I am Captain 322, the coach of Varsity. And this is...
I'm Peep. And I also help Varsity Overwatch do things sometimes when they need me. I take pictures when they go on field trips. I cast when they need someone to cast. Overall, I'm the world's biggest cheerleader.
She is a fantastic cheerleader. Varsity would not be the same without her.
You're so sweet. I am so pleased to be here casting for Champlain Varsity tonight. Let's go, team!
Very exciting. Definitely looking forward to seeing some of the new heroes in play, as this is one of the first matches that we're playing after the new update. Scarlett, what do you think of the 5 new characters in the game at the moment?
You know what?
Do you have a favorite?
My favorite is probably Cat, just because it's been talked about for so long, and now it's actually showing up. I'm very excited to see the new heroes in play. I know Tank Zulz has been testing out Jetpack Cat on a couple of the scrims. Looking forward to seeing if he pulls that out tonight.
Absolutely. We'll see what our tank can do in this exciting match of Overwatch, starting off with Lijiang Tower. I believe
Lunar New Year. Year of the Horse.
Lunar New Year, Year of the Horse. Absolutely a good luck wish for both of our teams here.
And if I may,
Wow.
that's
Powerful. It's fantastic. So
wow.
now we get a nice bird's eye view of the main gameplay arena.
Just
Really,
love this map.
There's so many things to love about it. You know, like the simple design, the way that cover is limited. I find that most maps in Overwatch that are actually well designed have limited amounts of cover, and the cover is generally centralized in areas where the symmetry of the map collides, so both teams have to engage in a fight in order to fight for an important piece of cover, like the big house we're looking at on the edge over here.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I think the less cover there is, the more players have to think about their positioning. Overwatch, at least back in the big 2016, used to be a game of, who can get there first, who can sink their claws in first. Now we have a completely different meta with a completely new set of heroes. Cover matters a lot more now.
And we shall see how Champlain Varsity will utilize it in their game against the Golden Gaels. We are rolling out on the Zarya, Sojourn, Vendetta, Lucio, as well as the Kiriko characters. It's time to get into the fight. Champlain is immediately fighting for the center house, taking a turn with Vendetta, trying to cycle bubbles to get energy, but Princess Eden gets pushed off the edge of the map by Domina walking. Reaper is now trying to take the side room. Domina is in our team's face, and we got booped off the map.
Unlucky.
Very unfortunate ending for our tank. We shall see if Champlain can recover.
I don't know. The loss of a tank and your support, it feels like maybe that fight is lost, and the first couple of moments on the point are going to be going to the opponent.
Golden Gaels taking the first move to take the point, but the team is back together, rotating around the map. This is something we practice consistently. I've been teaching them every scrim that they need to get better at their walk-up, and this is the result of that. Absolute control of the tempo at the moment. Champlain Varsity tries to take a step forward, taking down their tank. Nate B on the Vendetta character, causing havoc for the enemy team. And now we get to see them reset to try to give up the fight. Salve trying to run away for the Golden Gaels.
Scared.
And gets caught on the way out.
Ooh, unlucky. Unlucky that Nate Nee kind of just got a 5-stack there.
Absolutely.
Very impressive. And now Nate Nee is also a very talented player, but the Vendetta character is just so strong right now.
Very strong in the hands of the right player, and Princess Eden here pushing in the angle, trying to cut off the rotation, making sure that Golden Gaels really feel the pressure on their walk-up. No ability to contest the point at the moment, while the Soldiers fighting on the sidelines. Now the slide into the enemy team, and Golden Gaels finds their way on point at the moment. Princess Eden cut off with 5 HP. It's going to be a reset for Champlain College.
Unlucky. That's okay. I mean, right now, pretty even. Champlain manages to capture that point, and I think it's going to be a back and forth trade until Overwatch Varsity finds its tempo.
Absolutely, this is a patient, slow game by both teams as they're trying to figure out how to really break the stance of the opposing team now. Champlain Varsity staging with the Vendetta ult trying to walk out onto point, and Nate Nee picks up 2 kills. Incredibly valuable picks for Champlain Varsity. Walking into the enemy's Reaper now. It's kind of scary, but he has no Wraith. And Domina tries to back up without shield, holding point for the last second. But Nate Nee with the pressure on Vendetta, the character that is dominating the meta at the moment. Just punishing the tank for stepping up at all.
Just going anywhere with Colin Misty Pyro.
Absolutely. Taxing the team back after a long fight like this is very important so that you can set up faster.
For sure, for sure. Last time we saw Champlain Varsity try and cut their rotation in half. It looks like Golden is going over to that right side again. Do you think we're going to try and cut them off? Which ultimately our team was split, so I believe it didn't really do us any favors.
Absolutely. Champlain Varsity identifies the split and tries to go on it faster than the Gaels can respond. Will Dust puts down a Kiriko rush, and we are looking to into the enemy team, walking up as far as possible with the Vendetta Zarya combo being so lethal. They cannot hold their ground. The Golden Gaels fall apart, but they still have one more fight in this round. Peep, Scarlet, what do you think about the ult economy at the moment?
The ult economy. Well, let's take a look. We have Princess Eden's crazy shots and Misty Pyro, but we did just use Graviton Surge. By the midst of our next fight, Nate Nee will for sure have Vendetta's ultimate. Ooh, and there goes all of everything. Nate Nee with the next ult. Take it away, Yara.
Potentially taking down the enemy team. Just finding picks on the rotation, but the Golden Gaels managed to touch with the Kiriko, and now Sojourn sliding in to get one more touch, and it's not going to be enough. Champlain Varsity hold it down, get the point, and move on to the next round.
A well-played match, a well-played match. We were kind of going back and forth there at the beginning.
Absolutely. Domina is still able to hold up some of that pressure against the Zarya Vendetta composition. As scary as it is to be in your face against them, the Domina character has the tools to be able to sustain a fight, but it's not going to be long enough. Vendetta's damage scales as she hits more stacks with the onslaught, and Zarya's damage scales as her bubbles get used for protection, and so this cycle constantly creates a lot of damage output on the enemy team.
Yikes, that's scary. Oh, look at this little spray.
They won't even know what happened.
I love it.
So cute. I would.
Looks like a Pokemon.
Does look very Pokemon-esque. I will give it that. Rolling right into the next round.
All right. We are going to be taking the TP with Champlain Varsity. Oh, very short TP.
The TP
Slightly fumbles, and
Golden.
it gives Golden Gaels the advantage to be able to step up on the map faster. Reinhardt walks into the enemy's face, tries to take the pressure, but Vendetta rolls out with the bubble, tries to get energy for our tank.
Notice Eden taking the split, trying to cut them off.
Absolutely a valuable angle for Champlain Varsity. Really just looking to win in neutral against the Reinhardt, trying to force him out of shield, but it's going to be enough for Golden Gaels to pick off one of our DPS. But the tank advantage is just going to be enough. Zarya with 80 charge walking straight into the enemy's face, and they just melt.
Claiming the objective early without wanting to rush up. That's what the DPS are for. So our tank is doing a very great job at grounding our team here.
Yeah, really no need to rush. Zulz knows plenty of patience, as we've seen him play patiently in scrim, waiting around chokes, waiting around control points that are important. Like this Reinhardt, for example, really just getting punished for his positioning. Our team really absolutely just does not need to overextend to take these risks. All the damage is applied with left clicks and right clicks, and the enemy team has to back up because they are down a tank. Trying to catch some people off guard. The Kiriko teleporter to save the Cassidy. Now, Fevon, the Reinhardt, is approaching the choke once again.
Nate Nee just providing constant pressure right here is like not allowing them to push through this little choke point, except for when their Ryan does this. However, usually when the Reinhardt is pushed out like this before, it hasn't always ended well for Golden Gaels.
Taking fast momentum in their hands, Golden Gaels try to make a pin with the Reinhardt, but it simply does not work as there are too many people facing the Golden Gaels straight out of the choke, and Vendetta is so deadly once she's allowed to just get her stacks up and use Zarya's bubbles effectively to trade.
Looks like our next couple of fights are going to be alt-heavy ones. You can see Golden Gaels has almost their entire roster up, spare for the Reaper that is newly swapped.
Right.
And Eden's the only one on Champlain Varsity who's waiting.
Now the scouting comes through. Champlain Varsity aware of the problem at hand, but Zulz is not able to cut away from the Reinhardt. Now Champlain Varsity daring rush into the Kiriko rush, trying to trade picks, but they find themselves outside the point and still trading out the Reinhardt. He's absolutely greeting with a pin like this. Champlain Varsity stabilized the situation with a trade like that, and now Lucio having to taxi his team back from spawn. Champlain Varsity will try to contest the point once again.
Well, look at that contesting, ladies and gentlemen.
Beautiful scouting from Misty Pyro. Now the enemy team is all in front of Champlain Varsity. We know what's going to happen. We predicted the shatter from Reinhardt. Now Nate Nee, it's up to him to be able to find an angle mid-fight and separate the enemy team from their Reinhardt. Zeus goes down. The pressure from Ryan is too much. And Golden Gaels flip the point once again.
Yeah. Tricky, but Varsity's still fighting this, even though they're kind of down a tank. Just trying to get some alt pokes, I'm sure.
The confidence is just enough to be able to stay in the fight long enough, and now the beautiful Graviton Surge from Anthony Zulz. Nate Nee follows up inside of the grab and swinging over the head, taking down Golden Gaels one by one. There is no shot. They cannot stand a chance in this fight.
Absolutely beautiful work from Champlain Varsity. Just a teamwork all together between Zulz, Nate Nee, and of course our supports coming in as well.
Fantastic round. Love to see it.
Very
Great
clean.
performance. Very clean from Champlain Varsity. And it's 1-0 on the scoreboard.
Look at these broken chairs.
All that devastation. Let's see this Domina play the game. I wonder if it's from first round. Oh, yeah. The opening where our team gets booped off the map.
Did you trip?
It's a commendable play. It's a commendable
play.
You know, this is what the ability was designed to do. Boop people off the map, you know. The wall stun is not even really enough to follow up with a lot of damage. I think the ability to push people off the map is much more valuable with that kind of shove.
Yeah, for sure. You can definitely tell that Domina really excels at playing around these big gaps to try and bump the enemy team off of, and that was beautifully executed by Golden Gaels.
Absolutely. Now, we shall see what the next map pick is. According to Golden Gaels, we will know very soon what they pick and what their ban is. It's likely they will stick with the Domina. What do you think?
I think so. I think either the Domina going forward, maybe a Sigma. I think Domina and Sigma both being the only poke tanks in the game. You could probably see that as a bit of an overlap between their tanks picks.
Absolutely. But I think Zulz, with his specialty in Winston, is going to be able to dominate some of these dive maps. For example, Watchpoint Gibraltar or Esperanza, wherever he's allowed to play Winston, and the enemy team can't really counter with an effective dive tank, we're just going to be able to dominate the map.
Yeah, for sure. And Golden Gaels has the next ban, right?
Yes.
I'm feeling they'll probably pick either Zarya or Vendetta, just based on how effective Champlain Varsity was during this past round. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a counter pick there.
Absolutely. They're definitely thinking about a counterplay strategy to the Zarya Vendetta comp, but ultimately in a lot of compositions like this, it's hard to ban out any specific character because the other character is still in the play and they can still create some sort of synergy with that. For example, Zarya and Cassidy can just exist and do the same thing. So I'm wondering if Golden Gaels is going to go for a creative, safe protection ban in order to get themselves a critical pick like Jetpack Cat.
Like Jetpack Cat.
Potentially. You never know. Even on a map like Esperanza, Jetpack Cat could come out. I truly think Jetpack Cat is one of the more innovative characters that Blizzard has added, Team 4 has added in the recent years. I do wish his ultimate was... I wish there were more uses to it, perhaps. I see the potential of having a stun on a character that can fly around and they can always hit that stun from anywhere. But the real critical bit of the ultimate is that you can carry anybody off the map.
Right.
I wish it was a skill shot, and I wish you could grab more people. Like I wish instead of just hitting a big AoE on the ground, you throw a lasso of some sorts, or you have to hit some sort of a skill shot to be able to grab more folks, and then you could take the whole team off the map. Full Marvel Rivals style.
Full Marvel Rivals style. Yeah, I mean, our 5 new heroes are definitely edging that line between Marvel Rivals and old Overwatch. We're kind of moving into a new sense of Overwatch here, which is exciting.
Absolutely. And now Golden Gaels picking the Icon Wall map and banning Vendetta in order to prevent Nate Nee from just popping off with another kill streak.
What I'm afraid they don't know is Nate Neon, the Vendetta character, banned Domina. Ooh, interesting. Interesting ban from us. What do you think about that ban?
The Domina ban makes a lot of sense because it seems like a comfortable tank for the enemy team to hold on to. New characters are often strong when Blizzard release them because they want the people to play the new tanks and the new characters. But beyond that, I think Domina has the strength of being one of the few shield tanks in the game. Shield tanks have the ability to just negate all of your damage while being able to trade with you for free. And I think trying to hold on to Domina, especially for this map, would have been a potential critical pick for Golden Gaels. But they will have to pick something different.
Yeah, I am excited to see what they're going to pull out. I mean, we saw the Reinhardt last time, and Eichenwald is the Reinhardt map of all time.
Absolutely.
If not up there next to the London one.
King's Row.
Scrims Row.
Scrims Row, where all the scrims take place.
So I'm looking forward to see what Golden Gaels is going to pull out. What do you think Varsity is going to be running?
There are a lot of options that you can do in Eichenwald. Eichenwald allows for a couple of different hybrid compositions. Some would say a combination of brawl and dive and maybe even some poke. But generally what I expect from my Varsity team is something to do with Ramatra and perhaps a Kiriko and perhaps a Lucio. And on the DPS line, I expect something like Echo from Nate Nee, and I expect something like Sojourn from Princess Eden. Those would be like the generic default pick that I would say we practice the most in scrims. It doesn't feel like we need to adapt our composition at the moment to adjust to the enemy's strength. So I expect Champlain Varsity to roll out on the default composition. Yeah.
Yeah, very, very interesting.
Ready for battle.
Get it ready. Look, yeah, you were spot on.
Almost. The backline slightly different here with the Baptiste Wu Yang allowing for more poke and more sustain in the choke.
And on the other side, we have the Ash Venture. Oh, and the Moira Zenyatta coming out, which is quite interesting.
Fascinating.
Fascinating.
Now Golden Gaels getting ready to attack with
And what are we doing here?
Sigma and Zenyatta. Oh, and hey, we're just hitting the emotes on stream. That's what we're doing. Misty Pyro making it rain.
Just flexing.
With
Just
the
flexing
water
for
gun.
no reason. Oh, and 5 seconds left. Champlain Varsity scurries to position.
And we're ready to lock in.
Nate Nee
Opening
with some
shots.
early damage.
Trying to get the ultimate charge up. 8% on the board now. Sigma using Vortex very early, and Nate looking for a risky angle in the backline. Finds the Moira Fate, but is not able to get out too early. Now backing up. Su's controlling the choke quite well, scouting out the Venture and making sure that no character slips by their defense. Venture still remains inside the building, holding onto the strong position that is the bridge, but Nee absolutely forced out the Venture character, and now we're going to see Anthony Zul's advance and try to take space from the enemy team.
Yeah, look at this, holding this wall here, even though down on the right there's a little staircase you can come up and behind. You can see he's pulled back now after there was a little bit of pressure from there.
Wow. Princess Eden just caught two with the orb in the backline.
Oh, very clean.
And Nate Nee followed up on the Venture once again.
Just cleaning up, just sweeping up. Looks like it's just the Sigma now.
And trying to poke them out straight to their spawn. Champlain Varsity does not mind being aggressive when they don't get pushed over.
That's true.
Still slow on the ultimates, but Nate Nee potentially could be coming up on the first ultimate. Lamp comes out to try to save Anthony Zul so he doesn't get caught on the choke. Walks back fairly safely, but now without form. The Golden Gaels Sigma tank player takes the opportunity, tries to walk up and bring his team forward in order to take space.
Sigma's looking a little low down there, and oh, here comes the Nate Nee ultimate.
Two tanks on the field walking through the choke, taking you back to spawn. Now it's a struggle for Golden Gaels to be able to defend against all this damage. Venture tries to look for some sort of poke, but is too scared to come out. All the damage going into the front line. Nate Nee gets caught, but Anthony Zul's at half HP, still holding onto his form.
I think Anthony Zul's, and with Eden providing just backline damage, we have a pretty good shot at holding this this bridge here.
And Anthony Zul's absolutely dashing in there to try to punch the enemy team with Wu Yang's ultimate. Princess Eden gets caught out of cover. Another ultimate comes out for Champlain Varsity, trying to defend the point, trying to stall for time and take the damage straight to the Sigma, as the trade is going to be positive for Ramatra, but Ram gets caught now with less than 200 HP. Need the Baptiste player to be able to hold it down and save him. Now, Champlain Varsity has used every ultimate they have. All of their ultimates are gone.
Ooh, ouch.
And Golden Gaels are coming up on 4 ultimates, really.
True.
With Curie Rush already being available. How do you think Champlain Varsity should play this, Scarlett?
I think Champlain Varsity needs to try and bait out these ultimates, but play safe enough. Varsity obviously has other plans for Golden Gaels tonight, taking out their Sigma so he can't build any more ult charge. Definitely tempting Golden Gaels to pull those ults out without their tank.
Varsity no longer just baiting, walking straight into their spawn, using the most lethal abilities to be able to keep Golden Gaels at bay. But still, Golden Gaels comes out with 4 ultimates, and they're ready to fight. Let's see what happens. Anthony Zul's looking for poke.
The knockdown from the rock.
Taking their Ramatra form into the choke to be able to contest space very aggressively. Princess Eden finds the poke in the backline, and the Venture is finally looking for a way in to try to force our tank out.
Ooh, the Nate Nee getting the ultimate just in time.
We have a response, but Princess Eden gets caught at the backline. And Nate Nee comes out with the Sigma.
Already
2
down to
tanks on the
70 health.
battlefield. This may be a hard brawl for Champlain Varsity as they run out of ultimates, but the Wu Yang ult comes out just to be able to punish the Bap. The Bap goes down with no lamp, and he's really, really low, but Nate Nee is not able to find the final pick, and Venture kills him.
Unlucky.
But Princess Eden potentially on their returning angle down their Baptiste. Champlain Varsity is trying to hold down the point with another Ramatra ultimate, actually getting a lot of value, and the picks may be just enough to be able to contest the point.
Potentially.
Still fighting for it.
Potentially.
Sigma walking back from spawn, catching our Wu Yang.
Wu Yang in the front lines.
Still trading the Venture out.
Oh, and hello, Wu Yang. And what are you doing here, even?
It's too easy. It's too easy to catch a character like Wu Yang when he's out of his cooldowns and out of rotation with the team.
Yeah, look at that. Unfortunately, we got a couple of our teammates spawned late spawn, but Golden Gaels pushes forward through that big door.
Absolutely. The advance continues, and we are setting up in the castle in order to be able to contest the choke against an advancing payload. How will Champlain Varsity use their BAP window and Sojourn ult?
That is a good question. I'm hoping that they'll work together for it. However, I know Eden tends to take the opportunity. Oh, and here comes the window.
The window is safely placed on the top high ground where the enemy team has no opportunity to contest it, so the card is not moving forward at all, but neither is the enemy team. Nobody's taking any damage, and the neutral continues for now.
Why is the Princess Eden not to use ult there with the window? Seeing that, oh wow.
Whoa. Incoming Jetpack Cat gets caught out in midair, and Sigma is in on our high ground, ulting our Sojourn. A Lamp is gonna have to save her. Lamp comes out, our Baptiste gets caught in the rock. Reaper teleported in and tried to catch our backline too. Still trading, and a 3v3 ensues. And now Golden Gaels has lost their tank.
Wow. A very clever, interesting play, and definitely took down our Dusk and our Eden. But didn't really look like it made the push they were hoping for there. We'll Dusk on the Ana now. We're looking for some interesting plays going forward. Looking forward to the Nano Boost, personally. The Jetpack Cat is an interesting swap there. Pulling their Sigma right over the wall.
Really just trying to give an opportunity to Golden Gaels to be able to flank Champlain Varsity from the high ground, but Will Dusk finds Princess Eden at the last second as she gets caught out by the Reaper character. Anthony Zulz just has to hold right click on the point and not die. Oh, but Nate Nee got caught.
Not Nate Nee.
Golden Gaels now with full confidence.
Here comes the Reaper character.
Getting into Champlain Varsity's face. Trying to disrespect the space that we're holding, but leads on the cat character. Ooh. Gets caught in midair.
Picks that feline straight out the sky.
Feline down.
This Reaper character is loving hanging out in our backline, but unfortunately, Champlain needs something a bit stronger than split decision making than to catch them off guard.
Princess Eden walking up with a strong angle up on the bridge, looking for any opportunities to push Golden Gaels out, but they just get C9'd off of the point as the Champlain Varsity Ramatra ultimate is just enough to force the enemy to leave.
I've been playing so much Deadlock lately that these matches seem actually like microscopic.
They are very short.
They are very short. It really amplifies how much attention you need to be paying in these matches, how every decision really, really matters. And wow, look at that texture quality on these rocks here.
Very high res, really.
You can clearly see the UV seam there. Thank you, Blizzard.
Look at the variety of green on these leaves. Incredible.
Very incredible. That's true.
Ready for battle.
Just love the map design in Overwatch overall. And Eichenwald has been here since Overwatch 1, and not a ton has changed, actually. We're still in this one town in the middle of absolutely nowhere.
My favorite part about the map design in Overwatch is that every map feels like it's part of a much bigger space. So obviously Eichenwald is from the Bastion cinematic from the original Overwatch 1 cinematic series, but if I just point my camera over here, most people wouldn't even know that there's this big drone mech thing over there just sitting in the woods.
Yeah, it's actually beautiful. If you look at the trees out there as well, they are all also billboarded.
That is true. Very efficient for rendering, and now Champlain Varsity rolling out with Nate Nee on the Widow character, trying to take a sneaky shot, but going right back to spawn as he didn't get it.
No sneaky shot for Nate Nee, so switching back to the Echo character. I'm seeing that Golden Gaels also is on the Echo character, which is very interesting. We haven't seen them pull that out yet.
The Echo character to match the Echo character really just makes sense, but Champlain is just going to have to be patient trying to open up this choke. Even with the momentum they have at the moment, it's hard to walk past all that damage being spammed at you. Now Princess Eden is being forced out, trying to W key, but can't really make their way in with so much pressure on them. Champlain looking to not get staggered, forcing the Sigma out, trying to make a little bit of space to be able to walk in, but it's still kind of awkward fighting for corner. Now, Su's without a form, can't really walk into the enemy team, but he's itching to do it. He's really looking for any opportunity. Eden finds the angle now in the back line and is able to shut down the Ashe. Misty Pyro Colin is able to follow up as well, trying to help his team get to point. Just full speed, amp it up, and try to confirm some of these trades as Champlain Varsity gets two people out of the fight themselves and they have to back up. Oh, and Sigma using the ultimate to try to clean up and take out Anthony Zulz, but this might be another pick for Vivon, the Sigma player.
Yeah, it looks like Champlain's going to have to come back here a little bit. They did get pushed all the way in, but got no capture progress whatsoever. Champlain is very ballsy, if I may, walking right down the choke point, kind of walking past them, Eden on the angle, providing good pressure from both sides.
That's right, and now Will Dusk with the Baptiste window, looking for any opportunity to open up the point and crack open these angles. Start by putting it straight down into the choke, spamming out the Sigma player. Sigma now having to drop Lamp for him to stay alive, and our tank absolutely gets deleted out of the game. Now Princess Eden is able to find an angle in the Ashe, but the enemy team Sigma is still alive and in the game. Very scary.
That's a Zenyatta ult from where I can hear, back on the point.
Nate Nee doing his job in the backline, forcing out the Zenyatta ultimate, but is now getting chased by the Tracer all the way to the spawn.
The Tracer that is fake Tracer.
Echo Tracer.
An Echo Tracer.
And still, oh, just one opportunity. Nate Nee misses it, but he's still alive, chasing the Echo around the map. Varsity now 4v4 trying to walk into the enemy on point. The main priority is getting to the backline. As long as the Baptiste and the Zenyatta can't shoot them, they may be able to walk for free. Zulz now in ramp form, punching the tank, punching the Baptiste, punching the Zenyatta, absolutely wrecking everybody on Golden Gaels, and there's no chance they can stand against all that pressure.
Nope. And with Nate Nee in the backline, just keeping everybody busy, that leaves Champlain to take point. However, Golden Gaels now is all grouped up back at their spawn, so they'll be able to create a pretty solid defense here as we're waiting for this door to open.
The longest part of the map, just waiting for this door. It feels like a minute and a half passes, and the whole team just spreads out and forgets that card exists. But not in this round. Players are patient and efficient.
Both Zulz and Colin on the cart, just pushing it, using it as cover. Many Overwatch players forget that the cart is actually just moving cover that you can use. So we see Anthony taking advantage of that here while trying to duel this Sigma.
Anthony Zul's using the cart effectively as cover, like Scarlet said, and balancing his damage output and also cart progress with his health bar. Now looking to get some punches in on the Ramatra. Nate Nee finds a pick in the backline. Nate Nee finds another pick on the Sigma character who doesn't get the pocket from the high ground. Ash has to drop down because they eat in pressure, but Nate Nee catches it on the first floor, and now 2 players pushing cart. How is Golden Gaels going to respond when all of them are back in spawn? And that's a clean map from Champlain Varsity.
Very well done, Champlain. We saw a couple of really good pushbacks from Golden Gaels, but Varsity is going to have to take it over here in the corner.
Yeah, they were just a little bit off screen there. Misty Pyre got the play of the game.
Let's see this.
This is the double kill on first. Absolutely taking the aggression to the enemy team's face. When the beat gives you that protection for a few seconds, you might as well just have invulnerability. The enemy team is not going to be able to take you down, and you can go straight into their face to shoot them.
Lucio becomes a very dangerous character when enabled, even a little bit. Even by fellow supports, Lucio is very versatile, able to chase down characters that others like Ramatra or even Sojourn might not be able to chase the way he can.
Absolutely. But in comparison to Lucio, really the only other character that can assist with any kind of speed in the game is Juno, perhaps Jetpack Cat now, but only for single target. And Juno's speed is arguably just not as utility effective as Lucio's constant speed that's available at all times.
That's true. We really haven't gotten another character like Lucio providing a constant upbeat of heals that can be used so versatile.
Versatility? What's the adjective for that?
I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say, though.
Sure.
It's so usually in meta these days, Lucio is kind of a staple just because he provides something that no other support can. And back in my day, that used to be the revive on Mercy, but it with how fast
the revive was too good.
With how fast the cooldown times are now between death and how quickly the fight progresses, it just doesn't have a place in Overwatch anymore.
Cooldowns have been reworked drastically in Overwatch 2 to have more individual value, but rarely ever a strength that carries over to the entire team. So, for example, perks that allow you to have some sort of a buff to your ultimate or some sort of a minor buff to your character. That's usually the trend with a lot of the first minor perks for every character. They are almost always focused on individual abilities rather than some sort of a synergy that you can create with your the rest of your team. The only ones I could really think of would be 50 health on Malga lighting enemies on fire, as that helps characters like Audron and Ashe do bonus damage to them. But really, Overwatch at the moment is lacking on direct character synergies. That's not the priority. The priority is that each character plays out a strong character fantasy, and that fantasy is really just, combined with 4 other fantasies to win the game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, with Overwatch moving in the direction of being open and able to new players. I mean, they're free to play, lots of new heroes. I mean, they used to hide these heroes behind paywalls and behind battle passes, and now it's super accessible. And that even shows in the game where there's very little downtime between fights.
Now, Golden Gaels picking the new Junk City map to try to contest Champlain Varsity on a big open flashpoint map. And the bans coming out today are Zarya from Golden Gaels and Venture from Champlain Varsity. Everybody's almost ready up, and we are soon to be in game again.
I keep almost yawning. It's almost my bedtime.
Understandable. 8:44 p.m. late in the evening.
And I still have Deadlock to play when I get home.
Cannot remove Deadlock from the schedule, not even for an Overwatch night.
New Jug City is just also a brilliant map here. Lots of the industrialization happening, but also like giving that outback and post-apocalyptic vibe. Just, I love what they've done with this map and how it expands on Junkertown as a whole.
Yeah, this is a brilliant map. I really wish more Overwatch lore took place in in Australia and around these outback parts. I think Overwatch has a tendency to make these fantastic environments and designs, but often underuse them in lore. So hopefully that's what we're seeing come back with this season of lore and cinematics and comics and a lot of content like that.
And a pause.
And a pause. Wonder who disconnected.
Oh, says Will Dusk. Oh, I see.
And unfortunately, the lobby lead forgot to add hero bands to the lobby. So we're going to have to restart.
Oh, fantastic. Why doesn't just the teams remember not to?
They can just do that. They can just do that. NECC just checks that the banned characters were not picked in the maps that they were banned. And if they're not picked, well, then they count as banned.
Greta Knuckles and Forearm. See, I mean, Forearm Fitch. See, we have a lot of these Junker characters that look a lot of fun, but just not in the game. Greta Knuckles, you are so beautiful. I know I would get it. That would be 4 or 5 Junker characters, but I just think that they have such a great setting here and such an opportunity to expand on new Junkers and Junkers that leave New Junk City. They have a lot of different directions they can go. What? I've never seen this Junker Queen skin before.
I believe it's the beach skin, yeah.
Great googly moogly.
Champlain Varsity now teleporting out of spawn to fight the Golden Gaels, and the compositions are on the table. Golden Gaels are rolling out on the Reinhardt, Vendetta Sojourn, Moira Juno comp, which is an interesting brawl kind of hybrid combination where Reinhardt's going to try to end his face out, and now Champlain Varsity picking the GQ, Junker Queen character, obviously thematic to the map, but obviously also easy to contest the backline while Reinhardt is trying to force something in the front line. Nate Need finds his slashes, and while Misty Pyro is getting the point, hitting that emote.
In that emote, just doing what he can.
Champlain Varsity confidently in the choke, awaiting at the enemy.
Varsity just taking up space here, kind of scaring off the enemy team until something gets done. Lucky for them, Golden isn't very timid at all. But with their Reinhardt going up so far, their backline is kind of revealed again.
And the Reinhardt gets cut off while the backline is not ready to advance. Golden Gale missed the timing and is now getting punished for it, getting sent back to spawn.
Wow, actually, killer shots here from Princess Eden. Love to see it.
Absolutely. Strong gameplay from the whole team at the moment. Golden Gales are going to have to try to figure out how to solve the problem that is Junker Queen in their face with a big axe.
Overwatch Varsity currently has ult advantage, even if it doesn't actually exist yet. Just higher up there with 79, 94, 74. Looks like we're going to probably get a rush soon from Will Dusk OW.
And Misty Pyro looking to boop the Reinhardt in, but gets caught by the pin. Absolute greed consumes our players, and we still get the point regardless. Winning the fight is no longer necessary as we got the objective. Still just trading out, making these picks count.
Just doing whatever.
Sure, get that KD up.
Misty Pyro, run for your life! That Italian woman wants to kill you!
Twister, 89-65 gets caught, unfortunately, in our spawn, trying to get these picks.
Unlucky.
And now Champlain Varsity with 4 ultimates on the board need to act fast so Golden Gales cannot respond with ultimates of their own. Nate Need immediately going to point, going to try to touch it. Reinhardt misses his pin. And this is a chance for Champlain Varsity to take a good trade.
What a strong little bit here. Eden clearing space with his ultimate, catching one of them. Looks like
Juno left at half HP, but she's bouncing back with the ultimate. Reinhardt is able to walk to point to try to contest it, but it's really just Juno and Reinhardt as the Sojourn gets picked off by Princess Eden. Reinhardt just chasing anybody across the map, but finding nobody. Kitsune Rush comes out from Champlain Varsity. Will Dusk spamming kunai, spamming Suzus, not on bodies.
Surprising. First time ever.
truly a shock. Reinhardt is in our face at the moment. We are trying to swing beat to try to counteract the Reinhardt's pressure. Absolute daggers in the face. Try to catch the DPS characters, and everybody's on the floor.
Quintuple kill coming from the whole team there.
Team effort.
Team effort there. Very refreshing. We keep seeing the same habit of this Reinhardt pushing forward with the Vendetta and with the Juno and leaving the backline kind of defenseless against Nate Nee, who just loves to get in there.
Oh, but Zulz opens up the enemy team with one big ultimate. He just finds just every single person. Catches a bleed on all of them and gives them the anti-heal.
Again, ouch. What would you do in Golden's place here? Like, you are kind of at a wall. You do have ult advantage, with only Nate Nee having Vendetta's ultimate now.
Right.
What would you do in this situation?
Well, I would change tempo, which is exactly what Golden Gaels are trying to do. Fevan on the Reinhardt character pins in and catches Nate Nee, and this allows Golden Gaels to open up our angles. Champlain Varsity looking very confident, defending in the choke, but as soon as their tempo gets broken, they still fall apart. Champlain Varsity is going to have to retake the point with an ult disadvantage.
Ooh, tough. Looks like we have the Princess Eden ult coming up and the Will Dusk ult mid-next fight. Misty Pyro and Zulz well on their way. Nate Nee having just used ultimate, probably lost it in that last fight. That's tough.
Now, meeting the Reinhardt straight to his face, we catch the Suzu to try to sustain the damage, but Suzu no longer cleanses the Reinhardt shatter, and we all go down back to spawn. And a terrifying scream from Kiriko.
Oh, that's tough.
Now, Champlain Varsity will have to make this fight fast, as we only have 30% left to try to contest this point.
Flashpoint is one of those game modes, though, where you can get a thorn in your side at one point and come back from it still. We see this clearly from last Flashpoint when Overwatch Varsity.
Wow. Varsity caught Reinhardt trying to pin our angle, but we really pinned his angle at the end of the day. Vendetta looking for an ultimate in the sky. Very scary Italian character trying to get a big swing, and she misses. Now,
Typical.
Lucio is in there. Misty Pyro looking for that pick on the Sojourn. He's hungry. He wants to kill, and he finds it.
His greed consumes him again, but not all the way.
And the Juno character jumped off the map. One more point for Varsity, and that's going to be game for tonight.
Ooh.
That's the kind of tempo we like to see.
That's the kind of tempo we like to see. Nice job, Varsity. Just moving as a team all together. See them on the other side here with some early poke damage. Their Reinhardt appears to be behind, which is interesting. Do you think he's going to take the pinning angle again, or will he push it in with his team?
Yeah, I think so. I think Reinhardt is just sniffing out a pin somewhere, looking to find any opportunities to pin, but the Princess Eden High Noon just forced everybody out, and Zulz found a pick on Twister once again.
Unlucky. That Vendetta pick is very useful with the Reinhardt, so having her lost so early on in the fight is brutal.
Very tough. And now Golden Gaels with just Juno ultimate looking for a walk-up, looking for a way to surprise Varsity, but Varsity is ready, covering every angle. Nate Nee's already in the backline swinging. Misty Pyro charges his team in, and everybody gets caught on the choke.
Ooh, Misty Pyro finding the Reinhardt and maybe the Vendetta.
And
taking
the
her
Vendetta.
down.
Moira faded out, looking to go back to spawn. Now Varsity is just giving chase. Back in a point now.
This Reinhardt comes up here looking all alone. I'm a bit nervous for him, I'll be honest.
Oh,
Ooh, ding
our
ding.
Joker Queen takes the fight straight to them and misses the axe because of the pin, but it does not matter because Nate Nee is able to follow up with everybody, anti-healed and bleeding on the floor. Golden Gaels seemingly falling apart. They have one more fight to bring it back.
I think they can do it. I believe. Reinhardt back in the fight. Missing that shatter has got to be a brutal blow to the morale. Reinhardt's back up here in the front again, getting just ticked away. Back to the tank. That's tough. Oh, and the Moira in the back as well. Clean cuts from Zulz and Nee. That's
Absolutely.
Gonna be it.
Sharp gameplay and very well played from Champlain Varsity. Love to see it.
GG's. GG's.
Play of the game.
And now potentially an interview on the horizon.
An interview?
Wonder who it'll be.
I want Connor Fluff.
Connor Fluff from the Baja game.
I want Misty Pyro. Call him Misty Pyro. I never see him in front of the camera.
I think it's time for Call Him Misty Pyro interview. We will be right back with our interviewee. And Champ Esports is back. I'm here with Colin Misty Pyro,
Hello, hello.
the main support player for Champlain Varsity. Colin, how do you feel about the dub against the Golden Gaels?
I'm so hyped. It was awesome. You know,
Yep.
Clean 3-0.
Yep,
A little scary on Eichenwald, but we locked in.
absolutely. Have you faced Golden Gaels before?
Yeah, I think we have actually last year on Baja, the team below Varsity. We faced them. I think it was a pretty close match that year, but we came out on top. And
Yep.
repeated that this year.
Yep, if I recall, it was a tougher match, definitely a longer one. But now here we are in Division 4, facing the Golden Gaels on, the Reinhardt composition.
Yeah.
How do you feel your Lucio gameplay affected the win? What do you think you did right?
I think my speed was very key for winning, especially on New Junk City. You know, we just call them a target. I am speed. We're just on them instantly.
Yep.
Bam, they're exploded.
High tempo is hard to keep
Yeah,
up with
yeah.
when the enemy just doesn't have the abilities or the time to respond. What do you think you could have done better? Is there anything you could have improved during the match?
I think my aim was kind of lacking. I'll be real. I was missing some key shots that I
Right.
think could have made the win a lot easier. Even if it wasn't that close, like it could have been very, very easy if I just hit some key shots there.
Absolutely. Even with the damage nerf, like 20 damage is still plenty for Lucio to just get those
Yep,
kills.
yep.
Definitely. Yeah. I think this was truly a speedy round for
Yes.
everybody watching at home. And I think Colin Misty Pyro made some critical plays with using Amp at the right time to try to cross the choke to get into the enemy team and using ultimates effectively. How was your ult tracking? Because you're generally the ult tracker on the team. Did you catch all the ultimates when they were
Yeah,
coming out?
I was pretty up to date with the ultimates. I think on Eichenwald, they shocked me a few times with the Flux, I'll be real. The
Okay.
Sigma Gravitic Flux.
He did get it very early.
Yeah, he built it very, very fast, and that was a little surprising.
Yeah, we did spend quite a bit of time trying to get through that choke in Eichenwald.
Yeah.
I think it's a constant for us in scrims too, where we struggle to kind of get through that first choke and attack. But yeah, definitely a fascinating round to
Yes.
see our DPS getting as many kills as they did. But not only that, everybody else on the team just had a fantastic KD. I don't think anybody had more than like 2 deaths every map.
Maybe three.
Three
one time.
max.
Yeah.
3 max. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good though.
Absolutely. And we are looking forward to our next week's match as well. But do you have any other closing notes for the interview?
I just want to say thank you to my family. I know you're watching. Thank you so much. Thank you for everyone else that's watching too. The support means so much to us.
Thank you for watching us. This was Champ Esports. It's Coach Captain 322 tuning out.